Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Bleak Faith Forsaken. Now, last time we unexpectedly found ourselves in this strange new land that resembles our first hub for some reason. I don't really fully understand what's going on. Something about some kind of entity interfering with the world. I might have had one shot at getting to an alternate ending or something, and I blew it by falling into a window. Possibly toward the very end of that sequence. I don't know, it felt like it must have been about to come to an end. What are you guys? You're actually new. Interesting armor you got there. Strangely colorful, actually. I mean, this whole land, of course, I guess it hadn't really dawned on me that this is probably the most color we've seen. I mean, it's basically just one kind of color. And it's not like the rest of the game has been completely monochrome, but obviously it has been very gray, right? And there's a lot of red here, so I suppose that is a pretty stark contrast. But it's still somewhat monochrome, right? I mean, I suppose it's like bichrome? Is that even a word? It's still very gray, but it's also red-ish. A bit of a subdued red. Vermilion, I suppose they've been calling it. I don't know if that's the proper technical term for this kind of shade of red. It might be. Anyway. So yeah, I'm still not entirely sure. I mean, I'm almost entirely sure that I will go back after the end of the playthrough on my own time and try to get maybe the other ending and, you know, whatever else there might be to explore. Oh. I did not expect another homunculus right here. I mean, this is less than a minute of straight running from the previous one. Handler's not here, though, I think. Jaeger's concoction, thanks, I suppose. Vermilion Fields Temple. Okay. Perched atop the Vermilion Fields, a monastery rises as a monolithic, stunning structure with grand, sweeping arches and intricate carvings. Its impossible presence is both serene and majestic, standing out against the vibrant landscape with a timeless, ethereal beauty. A poetry in shapes. Oh, I guess I did press the button. That's fine. Shouldn't really have changed anything, except that the two guys outside... Wait. Is this even where I came in? This doesn't look familiar. I guess I was talking. Oh yeah, I suppose it would be. Oh, but I also missed an item, somehow. I guess I didn't look back far enough? Or I did get turned around. Equally likely. Okay, this is, yeah, definitely where we came in. Alright, well, so glad I picked up that, whatever that was. Some sort of concoction. Okay, anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do the thing I was talking about on my own time, just for my own curiosity. I'm not sure that I'm going to include it in the playthrough, because I mean, I don't know, sometimes I go for absolute 100% completeness and, you know, covering every last little bit, and I have been very thorough with this game, obviously. I mean, I've been hyper taking my time exploring everything. Oh, okay, I guess we have a proper final level to explore here with shortcuts back to the checkpoint and everything. Okay. I expected more of a just formality and not a proper full-sized level. I mean, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, anyway, but also sometimes, I guess a bit more recently, I've been happy enough with just the natural course of the game that I happen to take, you know. I still try to be as thorough as possible, but within reason, you know. And if fate takes me on a particular route through the game, then, you know, I'm also sometimes okay with just accepting that and not insisting on you know, obsessively covering absolutely every last little bit, getting all the endings on camera and everything. I don't know. I guess I'll decide once I'm done with this, otherwise, one way or the other, how I feel about it. Okay, we got more of these guys. Nice dodge. And then he stopped after one attack. Stun him though, okay. Was that his head that just flew off? Wait. Where's the loot? No loot? Oh. I guess sometimes enemies don't drop anything. They usually do, though. Oh. Jeez. Wow, that's the oldest trap in the book, and I should have fallen for it. I don't know how I didn't, honestly. And it was just some healing potions anyway. Ah. Nice one. Nice one, game. I'm gonna drop down there, of course. Oh, in fact. Wait. Maybe it's the only way forward. Oh. Okay. It's literally the only way forward, isn't it? Gotta go down before you can go up, I guess. Wait, no, wasn't there... Didn't I already see... Hold on. I guess I got so distracted while talking. Okay, there's a ledge up there, but didn't I see some other path as well? Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I did. Past the gate that has to be opened via... Yeah. Right, that's what I saw. Okay. It definitely looks like, for now, the only way is in here and down this hole. Which I guess is still a bit of a trap. I mean, you see that item, you want to get it, and then you just fall. Aha, gotcha. But, I mean, the item wasn't anything special, so... No need to specifically go back for it, even if you just fall. But, of course, you don't know that at first. Social concoction. Okay, thanks for not dropping me right in front of enemies. Yet. It's appreciated. Huh? Okay. I was gonna say, wait, how is there just a sword? But where's the enemy? The enemy's right there. Not sure what he's doing. Oh, I can get him from here. Sometimes. Can he get me? Not with that attack. Oh, okay. Wait, no. I thought he fell. I'm not entirely sure how this happened. What would have caused him to get stuck up there? Like, I mean, that can't be his spawn point. Can you get yourself unstuck? Because I would like to kill you, if I could. But yeah, I cannot attack in the air at all, so... Oh, yeah, but every now and then I can actually hit him, so... But is it only while he's stumbling and bending over? No? It's when I'm just the perfect distance away. Okay. In that case, I will very slowly kill him. Because it annoys me that he's there, and he might get unstuck the moment I walk away from here. And then... Okay, he actually hit me as well. So I'll consider us even now, even though I'm about to kill him. There we go. See, I helped him. Obviously it would have sucked to be stuck up there for eternity. I'm just nice like that. Also, the game might be a little bit loud. I mean, it's very quiet for the most part, but then every now and then the music kicks in and it's actually surprisingly loud. Okay, just double checking, nothing else here. Was there a way forward? There was. Goes out onto this ledge here that I saw. Is this also... Hi there. Okay, we're approaching that super long bridge that I saw. I mean, honestly, it's extremely visible from here, so... Even if I hadn't noticed it before. Oh, is that basically... No, that's a different structure I was thinking of. I mean, this reminds me of the little bridge that went off to, you know, in the monastery area, in the very first area of the game. To that little rock pillar with a stone hut on top where we found, I think it was this weird mechanical extending shield that we found there. But yeah, it's obviously not quite like that place. Wait, what is down there actually? That's just a hole. Wow, I didn't even realize at first that it was going down that far. So this is just death, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. On the other side? I thought we were overlooking the same little chasm, basically. Oh, it's behind the wall. Okay, and that's also probably just death. I see now. Okay, that's what the other item was. Alright. Alright, now I'm satisfied that we can only really go forward from here. Right, yeah, anyway, even if I hadn't noticed that long bridge going off into the distance before and mused about how to maybe get to it, you know, anyone would see it from here, and so maybe thinking about dropping down onto that and finding a way there, finding out where it goes, might not be such an outlandish thought. The thing is, though, it really is pretty far below this walkway here. So are we gonna explore that? I mean, that totally looks like a place we could go, but you'd think that there might be an item prominently visible to entice you even more and make it clear that you will be going there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, this does not look quite as climbable as I thought, perhaps. We'll see, though. First, we're gonna have to deal with one more of these guys, and this time he will even be able to attack me. If only we had an attack to kick enemies off ledges. That would have been absolutely perfect. Okay, easy enough. Could this actually be our shortcut? I think it looks like it is. That was easy. Sure enough, okay. Just like that. Oh yeah, this is totally the very same ledge that I saw. I mean, there are some rocks that you could reasonably fall onto. As usual, the real question is, are they going to be death planes to kill you, even though the drop would otherwise be survivable? I mean, we literally just unlocked the shortcut, so I have to try. We can drop here, but... yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think this... Oh, and there's the death plane literally right there. So much for that plan. Oh well. It would have been fun if they had allowed you to do that, and then just made it literally kilometers long with absolutely nothing. And not even an item at the end. I mean, honestly, that would have kind of sucked, but it would have been fair. In a way. Or put some sort of item there. Maybe make it just one of those post-process filters, you know, just a really outlandish one. Something absolutely no one would ever want to use. Just something fun, you know, some kind of reward for the crazies out there that are going to do that kind of thing. Just get him. Okay, yeah, whatever. Take all the damage. This one did not quite go so smoothly. I suppose it really depends on the number of crits you get. Yes, that drastically changes how quickly you kill these enemies. Or any enemies. Bye. Alright. You know, just drink one of my 80 healing potions. It's fine. one of those guys, okay. We did see a couple of those patrolling around the Vermilion fields outside. Yeah, there's a dude with a big spear. Those guys menacingly coming toward me. But actually they're not that bad. Apart from the fact that I guess they will occasionally start blocking, but yeah. Easy enough to just break through that. Hello? An intriguing lever without anything super obvious nearby that it would trigger. Really? Okay. Well. I'm sure that did something. I don't know if it's gonna be obvious. Maybe I should not have pulled it quite yet. I don't know. Can we platform around here? I mean, yes, we can. Should we? Who knows? Huh. Okay, okay. That one was intentional. Can we return? Maybe we can. Oh, holy crap. Okay. I really did not expect to find something else. Some evidence of this being, you know, an intended way of any kind. Even further along. Well, okay. Titan Slayer. Full set. And the Greatsword. Wow. Okay. Too bad that's probably not really something for me, but... Titan Slayer, heavy armor, as you would expect, I suppose. Looks like just really heavy armor. Titan Slayer, Greatsword, sharp, great weapon, sluggish. Wow, with increased... super increased weapon weight. What does that mean? For our weight. 67% just from using the sword. I mean, yeah, it definitely is sluggish compared to everything else. Ooh, that's a really nice sweeping move. That moves you forward quite a bit as well, doesn't it? Oh yeah, nice. I like the slide. That's really cool. Doesn't really combo into anything, but I guess it doesn't need to. Okay, yeah, good stuff. We're not going to be using that, unfortunately. I don't know, even if I had decided to stick with my regular greatsword, or then upgrade it to the other greatsword that we found, perhaps. I don't know that I would have gone for the sluggish super ultra greatsword, you know. But it's there. What are these, actually? Crow shoulders. Oh, I didn't realize that we got those. Okay, they're not as exciting looking. They don't stick out as much as I would like, perhaps. But I do like this striped design, I guess. Like oxidized metal, you know, oxidized in the grooves and shiny on the protruding parts. That's how I choose to interpret that kind of material anyway. I guess that's probably what it is. Well, might as well check out the Titan Slayer stuff. Okay, well, that sticks out a bit more. I guess it has to, in order to fit the armor. It's actually very futuristic looking. Much less yeah, medieval knight's armor and much more like, I don't know, like Doom Guy or something. Or maybe Warhammer, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, interesting. Technically I could be using some of those parts, but honestly I kind of prefer the bone armor look. Anyway, we're not gonna be climbing back up, so Where do we go from here? Wait, no. There's still gonna be the death plane, so yeah, we're not descending to that thing, but we're maybe descending somewhere. I did not mean to fall here, but that's okay. Or is it? Wait, is it actually okay? Can we climb these? We can, and there's another ladder that I totally didn't see. Okay. Well. Where there's a way, there's a will to keep following it. In my case, at least. Basilisk hack. I think that's something we can craft that I never bothered to craft. And this might actually be the end of the line, though. So, can we return? I suppose maybe we can. But really? All of this for that basilisk hack? Oh, we cannot craft it here. I think it's one of the things that Handler can craft. Oh, right. That's why I never crafted it, because I never felt the need to. That's the, that's that. Okay. Reset all your assigned attributes, usable from inventory. Right. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to accidentally use it. I mean, I guess there's not really much of a chance of that happening, but I'm just gonna destroy this. Don't know if we got anything for it, but, you know, thanks but no thanks. It's interesting that they provide one of those for free in this very out-of-the-way place. And it's very possible that I missed some other instance earlier. Wait, can we make these jumps? It does allow you to climb this. But about... I don't know about jumping up there. I mean, I tried. Okay, you actually have to just press the jump button again? Sometimes? But here it doesn't... Oh, because that's not a ledge. Wait, but does it work there? Does it work with this ledge? Not really. Oh, but we can, of course, jump up here and then climb that. This, I mean, it doesn't really seem like it should work, right? We're a little bit too far away for that to really make sense, but those ledges are just constructed to be very climbable, very grabbable. Yeah, like from quite a bit farther below than you might think. Okay. Well, in that case, I suppose we basically back up. Okay, that was an unexpected, fun little diversion. We can see the first hub again. And from here, it's just a matter of following this precarious ledge. And yeah, this is where I wondered if we would be able to jump back up. Okay, kind of. Jump and climb. Okay. Okay. Yay, we did it. We made it back. I don't know if the lever I pulled had anything to do with that, with making that path available. I don't know if that lever does anything, if it's just there to trick you, to make you question everything. I mean, you can... Oh, can't currently use this lever. Never mind. Maybe it is a matter of finding all the levers somewhere in this level to activate something. The fact that it does not allow me to put it back to its original position makes me think that maybe I was in fact supposed to use it, and it does in fact do something. Could we climb up higher on those things? Not easily. Unless we can actually jump up from there. Should I try? Is it worth it? I guess there's not a whole lot of harm. Oh, that's too high though. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah. Oh, and now we're inside here. That might be a problem, except we fit in, so we also fit back out. Yeah, let's not. try to minimize the risk of getting yourself stuck or falling off, jumping off ledges. Right, we got dudes patrolling here. Guess I'm really gonna keep an eye out for any levers. Oh god, you made it here. What kind of armor are you supposed to be wearing? It is reminiscent, and the helmet specifically is kind of a bit like the one. No, it's actually not really. Like, we found this set, and I wondered if those were supposed to be that was supposed to be Yaroslav's people's set, so the Serdar set, basically. Like Desert Vanguard or something like that. Something Desert. The helmet was a little bit like that, like just in the overall shape, but it's not the exact same thing. Berserker's Tenacity, alright. If only the game would actually keep that equipped. I mean, it does stay on the hotbar. Like, it is still on here now, it does not immediately remove it. But at what point it actually gets removed, I'm not entirely sure. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I should have waited for the attack first. Okay. Still there. I'm guessing, ow. Either when I just restart the game, or even... Oh, okay. Didn't know your combo wasn't done yet. Alright, I'll heal. Yeah, either restarting the game or just maybe resetting to the dying or returning to a checkpoint might be enough to do it. Not sure. Hey there. Nice back step. Okay. No follow-up to that. Slightly suspicious. Oh, and it was just some materials and nothing else in here. Really? Elevator? Sneaky elevator? No. Hello? Another one of you guys. Who got completely decimated by some nice crits, and then decided to try and run away. Okay. And another homunculus right there. Wait. Oh, did I... Is this literally the same homunculus? And I just raised its platform. It together with its platform up to this level. The game considers it the same one. That is crazy. Now I kind of want to go down and see what it looks like there. I mean, I can't really tell. Yeah, there's a giant head. That's an interesting thing. I don't know that I've ever seen a Souls-like where you were able to create a shortcut, basically, in a way, by moving a bonfire or checkpoint or something. That is a very unique way to handle that. I can only assume that the mystery lever did this, but yeah. Huh. I'm kind of curious about taking a look at the room below, but I guess I don't really expect to find anything particularly interesting there, just the same room minus the platform with the homunculus on it. I guess I never bothered to try and look up inside that room, but even then there's a limit to how much you can look up, so I guess I wouldn't really have seen anything too interesting there. Okay. Huh. Hi there, item. Get wrecked. think the architecture here actually does resemble some of the interior parts of the upper monastery. What are you doing, man? Okay, we get some enemies who are completely unaware of our approach. Okay, and this is one of those balustrades that you're just allowed to walk off. You still haven't seen me yet? Okay. No, he definitely has. He's just in no hurry to get to me. Okay. That guy is very deaf. Or just pretending to be. Also in no rush to meet a grisly end. Understandably. Well, there goes the loot. I was not able to get it as it was falling. Shouldn't we be somewhere? Oh, we're on the complete opposite side, I guess. Yeah, we totally are. I got completely turned around. I thought we must be able to see the Great Bridge from here. The long bridge into the distance, but no. We're on the complete opposite side. There's, of course, the hub again. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay, another one of the big shield bearers saw me. Unfortunately for him, I have my... Okay, unfortunately for him... Oh god. Fortunately for him, he got some unexpected combos in there. And now he's blocking. Okay, never mind. That's what I get for disrespecting my enemies. Okay, we don't want to fall off here. Okay, and I thought he was done with this combo, but he was not. Okay, yeah. I guess I haven't really had much of a chance to observe their various attack combos because I always killed them so quickly. But this time, not only did I not get my stun off in time, but when I finally did, I hardly did anything. Yeah, okay. Never underestimate basic enemies in Souls-likes. It's just absolute Souls-like 101. We got another similar situation. Are we actually going to bring the shortcut up another level? I can only assume that we do. Once again, we don't hear anything. We certainly don't see anything. There's nothing immediately nearby that looks like it would be affected by this lever. And now when I try to pull it again, can't currently use. Okay. Okay. Nothing here. Oof, don't fall into some random crevice and get stuck though. Here we can help it. Oh. Well, nothing to be gained by going up here, but it's always fun to do a little bit of impromptu platforming. Yeah, this is going to be the same central spherical structure again, isn't it? Hello. Greater healing potions. Don't mind if I do. Oh. Faster than expected and a longer combo than expected, but thankfully these guys don't hit particularly hard, so we can trade some blows, that's fine. Get a filter up there. Don't think I didn't see that. Getting it, though? Oh, if it's as easy as just grabbing it from here? It is not. Not quite. Hold on. There is this, though. And maybe... thought we might be able to jump onto this ledge and jump up from there. But I guess we'll have to find a way up onto that ledge from elsewhere. And, I mean, the fact that it keeps displaying the interaction prompt for a second after I land really makes me think that it might be possible to grab it just by mashing, but no. Unfortunately, no such luck. I mean, I also don't really see any platform out there that we would be able to climb to that. I mean, maybe we can just walk along the ledge outside if we can find our way there. Let's keep going. Is there another item? No. Moving kind of far away from the thing. Also... Oh, okay, there's our platform. Our safe platform. Yeah, this is definitely the top. I mean, okay, not quite yet, but we're getting there. And this is as far as this one is gonna go. I guess we don't need to specifically revisit it. Because we're, of course, still bound to the same save point. Ah, of course. What a wonderful place for an anomaly. Administration. Damn it, there's an item. Where is that? Oh, that's... okay. I mean, I see where it is. I don't know that we... wherever... I mean, I guess maybe we could have just dropped down off that bridge. Gotten to it. Maybe we can still drop down and grab it. Maybe after we grab the filter. It should be somewhere below here. It is the only thing that I see from up here. Well, it's the only thing I saw so far. Right? Including that entire area. It looks kind of small from here, but it took me a long time to run around everywhere and look around all the various nooks and crannies. I can see some item up there, but of course we haven't been. Oh, I can see... that's just another... wait, actually, what is that bright thing? It is moving very slowly. It's just another one of those sets of concentric rings, right? Representations, I guess, of the anomaly, if not the anomaly itself. Some very distant towers there that I hadn't noticed before. And a weird little black speck floating in midair. Only when you're close enough. No, wait, actually, no, it's just there. Never mind. Okay, anyway, data logs. The administration. Yeah, are those just our mysterious employers? Were we actually sent by the administration? Are those the odd eldritch beings that we saw in our vision? The administration employs technologies that defy common understanding. Their mechanisms and applications so advanced that they border on the arcane. Its methods are as inscrutable as its goals. The administration seems to manipulate reality with devices and systems that challenge everything we know about the Omnistructure, operating through a blend of advanced machinery and esoteric principles. Structures within its domain are altered or controlled in ways that are not only complex, but also resistant to traditional forms of analysis. Yeah. Sounds like it's probably them. Okay. Anyway. Can we drop onto that roof? I think we should be able to survive that. Wow. Just barely, but, you know, just barely is good enough. And this should be above... where the filter was. I mean, I could have more safely dropped onto these roofs, I suppose. Yeah, now it's just a matter of maybe awkwardly running along that ledge. Hold on. Oh. Oh, there is more. Wait, what's this gonna do? We've never seen anything like this. That's crazy. Okay. That's our way back. Ring of penetration. Penetration, huh? Tell me more. Okay, just 10% sharp and blunt penetration. Okay. Yeah. It's an option. Thanks, I guess. Okay, we can. Every single time it's gonna... oh, wait, yeah, no, we might still be able to do this. Every single time is gonna feel like I'm about to fall off, but... I don't. And also, we don't really need a way back. Actually, yeah, we obviously can just fall back inside. Graphic novel. Wait, post-process graphic novel. Okay. And now I was thinking, yeah, there's the item right there. Can we drop down anywhere safely from here? Maybe not. That roof there is a bit too far below, I think. Unfortunately. I mean, obviously I know that the item there, whatever it is not going to be anything major. It's just going to be another potion of some sort. If it were post-process, I would definitely go out of my way to get it. Just for the collection, but, you know. If there's a 95% chance of it just being some sort of consumable that I have absolutely no particular need for, I'm just not going to. I mean, I could. That's just gonna kill me if I try to drop down there. That's definitely too far below. Yeah, let's just not. Right, code we checked out, we found that in the desert. Graphic novel. I mean, I suppose there might be graphic novels that have a style like this. I mean, there certainly are. But I was expecting more something like there's a graphic novel that was part of the, I guess, collector's edition or deluxe edition or whatever for this game. That is very much in the style of the Tsutomu Nihei manga. A very different style from this. I mean, it's not ugly or anything. Definitely a very different look from what the game normally looks like. But, as I keep saying, thanks, but no thanks. Right, so we have our checkpoint still, of course. We got a bunch of items on the way up here to some sort of encounter. Maybe final, maybe not quite yet. Upgrade module, thanks. Oh, okay. Well, it's definitely some sort of boss. Oh, some sort of boss. And there are more items. It's nice giving me all these upgrade modules. I suppose I could teleport from here back to the first hub, or the first checkpoint in this area where I can upgrade. Can I conveniently put my Mirage here? Or anywhere on the staircase, just to save myself a bit of running back if I need to. Area is unstable. I mean, this far down the staircase, I guess it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? No, okay. Let's just not die. I mean, the last couple of boss fights have been going pretty well, I would say. I'm guessing that's a sharp weapon. We have the proper concoction here, don't we? Oh, yeah, we have indestructible, of course. That is always going to be the proper one. I forgot about that. And actually, at some point, somehow... Oh, you know what? Well, that's fun. not only did my Berserker's Tenacity get unequipped, I think it also just ate the six concoctions that I had on my belt. Because I used to have 27, I'm pretty sure. So those are just gone now. Not only does it unequip, it literally just deletes them. Okay, so we effectively only have 7 slots, not 8. And it's good to know. I guess I didn't really absolutely need that anyway. On the other hand, I mean, what the heck. It will allow me to use them now. I don't know at what point they would disappear, but I mean, it does allow me to use it right here, so... Let's see what we're dealing with here. Vermilion Mirage. Okay, hits pretty hard, considering everything. It has a lot of resistance. It has not been affected by the debuff at all yet, which is slightly concerning. I mean, I'm dealing decent damage to it, I suppose, all things considered. But the fact that it's not getting decayed kind of sucks for my whole build. Oh, okay, now it's getting decayed. Okay, I was just extremely unlucky before, I guess? I'm also extremely just face-tanking everything. And I do feel a bit sorry. I also created this other version of himself. And just like with Belisarius... Sorry if this combat sounds are a bit loud. What was that? Both of them are just taking damage to the same health bar. Ow. Actually, it wasn't hit by that. Never mind. Not out. Okay, I'm just getting hit by some sort of spell barrage. Where's that coming from? Is there something I can do about that? Should I? Is it the anomaly itself attacking me? I don't know. I haven't even taken a Jaeger's concoction damage. Oh, and I guess the clone just died? Oh wow. Did you see some of those hits? 700 damage, 800 damage from... These are all light attacks. That's the power of Jaeger's concoction. Omnistructure, beat the game. Entropic resistance, beat the game while under 1% entropy. What? Yeah. Yeah, I guess. That never came into play, now that you mention it. Huh. Whoa. That was the final boss? I mean, I'm sorry. Again, I didn't try to cheese it or anything. I guess I was just a bit powerful. I tried to dodge most of the things. I guess I'm actually still in the boss arena, still regenerating.
Everything's changing. And you will always be too late. What's been set in motion will forever be out of your grasp.
Okay. You are Yulia, right? You're the person we met early on in the block? I think? The Spear of Longinus. This whole scene had something very Neon Genesis Evangelion-esque about it. And just like with that show, I'm not entirely sure how much of it is supposed to be deep and actually meaningful. and how much is just supposed to look cool. I mean, definitely delivered on just the visual aspect, I suppose. It was definitely a very striking scene. Okay, now we got a birth metaphor, I suppose. Embryo. Is that our body? I guess it might be. Probably is. That's the presumed administration talking, and it all starts anew. This is obviously not quite like the beginning of the game. There was that somewhat confusing intro cutscene, I guess, as we started a new game. That was also taking place in some vertical shaft with bridges, with, you know, metallic bridges, and some people moving around and fighting. I don't think those involved our character, and I have no idea what the implications here are. Maybe when there is going to be a DLC eventually, which has been announced, without a proper date yet, as far as I know. But maybe that's where we're going to continue. That would be cool if we actually started the DLC standing on that very bridge where we left off after that slightly confusing scene. Wow. Yeah, look at these super short credits. For a game like this, that's amazing. Kickstarter backers epic mega grants. I mean, with any kind of support, a game of this scope, from just basically 3 people, it's absolutely incredible. And just like that, we're done? What happens when I continue? Obviously, I have to find out that. Maybe it's just gonna ask me to start... Okay, we can just start New Game Plus. But we can also just continue. I guess it's probably just gonna spawn me at the last save point. Before the boss is defeated. Yes, it would seem that way. I mean, let's see if the boss is actually dead. Do we have any new items? I didn't... No. Well, we don't. But I also didn't pay attention to whether the boss dropped anything. I only saw the 2 achievements pop up. And do we even have any entropy? I mean, no, I guess not. Unknown, proceed further. How much? I cannot proceed further. Is that a New Game Plus thing? The boss is there, of course. Okay. Huh. Well. I mean, I guess I could end the episode here. It's about, you know, it's about normal length, and I did beat the game, but I am curious about what else there might have been. And I feel like, at the very least, the, you know, the end of the path of interacting with that black Steely or whatever in the White Void, that was kind of taken from me. I mean, yeah, of course it's my own fault. I fell, but I fell, you know, I fell victim to something that wasn't really necessarily intended to be a proper obstacle, right? So that felt kind of just random, and it was a very lame way to go. So I guess I could stop recording here, try to, well, back up this save file first, I guess, for starting New Game Plus, which is also something I could just jump into. I could just say that, well, this was my playthrough. I didn't understand anything that happened story-wise, but, you know, it was a really, really cool journey. I enjoyed the aesthetics, the music, the overall vibe very much. And yeah, it was actually surprisingly solid gameplay-wise as well. Apparently, as I think I said when I started the playthrough, originally, the original release was a bit more rough around the edges. I mean, this is still a bit rough, of course. I mean, I got stuck like once or, well, twice, I guess. I got fully stuck to the point where I had to reset, right? And a couple of times I got close. I mean, obviously there's, with a game of this size, there's going to be some janky geometry that's not fully tested and, you know, that kind of thing. Some interactions that are maybe a little bit janky, but overall, I mean, again, for a project of this size, by just 3 people, it's amazing how well it holds together, how solidly crafted it is for 99.5% of, you know, of its entirety. So yeah, really, really impressive stuff, and I had a great time with it, obviously, in case you couldn't tell. I wish some of the, you know, promising-looking bits of exploration had actually led to some rewards or to anything at all. Some kind of acknowledgement that, you know, hey, good job, you made it here. And, you know, but again, there are so many places, and with such a small team, you gotta, obviously, draw a line somewhere. They cannot possibly account for every single spot that every single curious player might decide to explore. And they did put stuff in relatively out-of-the-way places here and there to, you know, to reward exploration. So, you know, sometimes it works out, other times it doesn't, and, you know, it's unfortunate when you really think you're onto something and then it just turns out to be nothing. But that's just how it is. It's fine. Yeah. Now, am I actually going to try and restore that save file? And I guess I'm going to have to defeat Belisarius again, as I said, but that shouldn't be a problem. And shouldn't take too long either. But then there's also the labyrinth, the maze underneath the anomaly that, you know, obviously I kind of just took the shortest way through. And there were a couple of items in there, there were a couple of enemies. I don't really think that there's going to be anything particularly major hidden anywhere. Like, you know, part of me kind of wants to exhaustively explore the entire place, just in case there's maybe another filter or some unique weapon in some remote corner, like on the opposite side of the maze from where you enter. But that would be a lot of running along those same corridors, and even more so if I really want to make sure I've been in every last little corner of it. That's just a lot of area to cover. And I don't know if it's really worth anyone's time, including my own. So I think I would probably cut down on that. Maybe look around. Maybe try to go the other direction and just see a little bit more of it. But ultimately, I just want to get to the center. And, well, then there's the next problem. I want to know what happens when you interact with the machine instead of the black thing. And then, of course, I ultimately want to attempt again interacting with the black thing. Okay, well, without further ado, you know, rather than standing here and going back and forth, I think I'm just gonna do it, because I am curious. I want to see it, and, you know, what the heck. This has been a playthrough all about being thorough, so we're gonna continue being thorough, and we're gonna include it. And we'll see how long that takes, and how that goes. Okay, we are back here. This is right after Yaroslav, and after first entering the zone here, the zone of the anomaly. And I'm pretty sure I just missed this the first time through here. I guess I was too distracted by something else. This time I guess I wasn't talking, and so I immediately heard the hum. Unknown limits. Yeah, we definitely missed that before. Dang it. So I don't have a full list of data logs. Well, I might have absolutely missed some in other areas as well, but yeah, I don't know. From within, the boundary of the anomaly seems both infinite and elusive. With no clear beginning or end, it sprawls outwards in a chaotic, unpredictable manner, its influence warping space and time to create a disorienting and treacherous landscape. The sphere's growth is not linear, but irregular, expanding and contracting as it incorporates elements from its surroundings, twisting them into bizarre, unrecognizable forms. Okay. Anyway, just figured I'd include that as well. I'm gonna go ahead, upgrade my stuff, prepare for Belisarius, defeat him again, and hopefully, well, yeah, as I said, make my way through the maze. Of course, if I find anything interesting there, I'm gonna include it. If not, I'm just gonna make my way back to the center, and hopefully I'll be able to place a homunculus somewhere near that. A mirage, that is. So I can then back up that save file I make there and use that to return and check out both of the options in the white void, which is of course my main goal here. So yeah, let's hope that all works out. See you in a second. Oh, I think I didn't quite catch it. God damn it. Okay, so I just defeated Belisarius without him ever actually going into the basement phase, and an achievement popped up. I think it said... I wish I had caught it. I didn't get a chance to really look at it, but I think it said defeat him without destroying any of the statues. That's what it is. So I absolutely could have just done that before, because yeah, I just went, you know, fully buffed up. I prepared with my zealot chest piece here. Yeah, and I have 7,500. I guess it's 7,500 is the max for any resistance, huh? Yeah, okay, wow. So we're at the max with the indestructible potion. We're at the max for blunt and sharp, and almost at the max for technomancy. So that's, yeah. I just once again stood there, tanked everything, immediately drank Rieger's concoction, and just I think I saw a crit for almost 1,000 damage just with a light attack on the guy. He had 5 stacks of decay and everything. So yeah, I just absolutely melted him. He barely touched me at all. Like, the regen potion that's going on was enough to keep me alive. It was actually really pathetic on his part, but also very satisfying. Like, yeah, as I said, he didn't even get a chance to phase transition. So yeah, if you can kill him fast enough, he's not even gonna teleport you to black and white space. And I got an achievement for it. Nice. Anyway, yeah, too bad I didn't catch it on camera, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so I was actually able to place a mirage in here, which I did think was possible, because it would not let me do that right next to the central anomaly. We're pretty close, as you can see here. Right, I mean, I suppose first things first. So this time I went to the left after entering the maze, instead the right, and hugged the outer wall, and I ultimately was able to, you know, wiggle around and follow the entire outer ring. Which included climbing across some mountains inside the ring, which was pretty interesting, but I guess not interesting enough to really record. And I found a bunch of items along the way, but nothing exciting or unique at all, just some consumables as we expected. So yeah. Yeah, and eventually I made my way back to the center. I did not fully explore all the inner rings because, yeah, it's just, you know, it doesn't seem particularly necessary. However, okay, so there's one more thing here, and I don't remember if we actually got this one. I might have missed this one as well. Kaleidoscope of Dreams, never mind, I did get that one. Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure. I didn't remember picking up an anomaly here, but I definitely remember that name, so... Okay. I'm glad I wasn't that blind when coming here. Just to make sure, though, Kaleidoscope... Yeah, okay, of course we did see that. Well then, I did back up my save file, again, after placing the Mirage, so we should be able to return there and check out both of the options, at least, you know, what looks like 2 different options, inside this space. I'm just gonna skip the cutscene, and hopefully we're just gonna be in the white void. Yes. And we turn around, there's the machine. Actually, what happens when you just... Oh god. Walk away from it. Like, yeah, pretty much forward. The way the game spawns you. I guess that's another thing to test out. Oh, there's just a wall. Literally a wall. Okay. Thankfully you can still see the thing. but we should see the cutscene with the Skull Knight appearing again. As soon as we get close to this. Yeah. I guess we'll watch this one. It's pretty short. Not that I expect any more enlightenment from this. We're about to... I guess we're considering... contemplating our life choices if we're... I mean, I don't know. If our character would do that, if we're really even alive in the traditional sense. Contemplating to just do as we were told by our mysterious, creepy employers, but then this guy appears to present us with an alternative, seemingly. Which, of course, I can only assume a vast majority of players will actually interact with. Unless, I mean, maybe some people would turn around, not immediately see that thing there, and still just continue interacting with this, not realizing that there was another choice. But I don't know. Yep, as I thought, this just brings you right here. That makes perfect sense. And this is also the failsafe, or rather, this is where you get transported. When you... Oh, perk assisted ones, right, I forgot about that. Never actually went back and did that. After defeating Belisarius again. Anyway, that's not important. Yeah, what's really important and interesting, of course, is to attempt the other path again and actually reach its conclusion without falling stupidly. I guess this time at least I know that in that world we just want to run straight ahead in the direction that the game spawns you, basically. All of the areas before that were very straightforward, of course. There was just one path and no real danger of running out of oxygen before reaching it. But yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll just... Yeah, I'm gonna have to once again make a hard cut here so I can restart the game. Actually, do I have to restart the game? Maybe I don't, actually. I think I might not have to restart the game. We'll see. Experimentation time. See you in a second. Okay, yeah, that worked. I did not actually have to quit out of the game. I just changed the save file or, folders around while on the title screen. And when I went to load game, it showed the restored file, so that's very convenient. Anyway, we're back here, and we're gonna try this again. Don't mess this up, that would be annoying, but I can, of course, restart if I have to. Right, puts this here. And somewhat of a version, I guess, of that. A distorted version of the hub, of the Vermilion Fields, perhaps. But of course you wouldn't know if you, like me, this is your first choice. And, or rather, if unlike me, you don't do save file shenanigans or play through the game an entire additional time only to find out. Anyway, this first one, extremely straightforward, literally straightforward. Oh yeah, this one. Right, this is a little bit... I mean, it feels a little bit... more... I don't know. You feel a bit more under pressure, perhaps, because... You know, climbing up this ladder feels like you're little bit slow. You don't really know how much further you'll have to go. And it is a pretty long ladder, but we know, of course, that ultimately it works just fine. Just hold down that B button to climb faster. And you'll make it no problem. Just jump down in here. Yep. Next up is the desert, or is there something else? Oh yeah, it totally is. Okay, and we know that we'll also be able to make this, even though this is quite the run. But again, just hold forward. And the B button, and this should be no problem. I really am curious, though, if drinking a diver's lung concoction actually improves the oxygen time you have here. Maybe I'll go ahead and drink one at the start of the next area. Which I think should already be the skyscrapers. And that's really the only one, the first one in the sequence, that's in any way kind of tricky, because it's not immediately obvious where you're supposed to go. At least it wasn't to me. It took me a little bit of looking around until I saw the anomaly or the teleport sphere, the event horizon sphere in the at the very end. Actually, am I thinking of Event Horizon? Well, there was something like that, right? I guess not exactly like it, perhaps. There's another sci-fi movie whose name I always forget. Some sort of ancient alien facility they find on Mars, I think. That also has a spherical portal thingy. Well, not really a portal, I guess. Something that somehow messes with people's minds. Right, we're here. Okay, we don't immediately have our oxygen meter, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put on the diver's lung if I can find it. Okay, just drink one of those, put the weapons away, and start running. Well, kind of. Just make sure to not run into any windows. Also... Oh, can we actually go that way? Wait. See, this is not that straightforward. Yeah, we want to go there. The fact that you actually have to jump a couple of times at least is certainly making this feel a lot more stressful. I think I was on my way to try and run around like this to avoid having to actually jump a larger gap. Uh-oh. This should work, right? Don't land directly in a window, please. Actually, this is... Well, okay, we still have half our oxygen left. I have absolutely no idea if the potion helps at all. I'm gonna say probably not. It's obviously not your normal oxygen meter anyway. God, my hands are sweaty. Uh-oh. Slipping off though. Oh, this is so far. Are we actually gonna be okay? Just be brave, I guess. It's not gonna work, is it? It's totally not gonna work. Wait. There is a path, Jesus. I'm gonna just start taking damage? Yes. Heal? Okay, you can heal. Wow, that was super tight. Jesus. Okay, now things are getting really abstract. I don't even know where I can go. Scanning has not helped make things clearer. Oh, unknown. Wait. Oh. Okay, hold on. We're fighting. There. Now we're fighting. Okay, I'm dealing a ton of damage to you, whatever you are. I should heal. I'm just completely wrecking you. Is this just supposed to be a symbolic kind of thing? Doppelganger, defeat the unknown achievement. Okay, and we got an unstable perk essence for that. Wow. And now what? And now it puts me here. That was just a way to fight an optional boss and get your final perk essence. Oh. Right? Because now we have 2. Yes. Allowing us to... strength? Sure. Yes. And critical chance increased by 1% with each combo point. Yeah. Okay, fully upgraded. No achievement for that, but that's fine. Okay, we defeated the unknown. That was... I mean, I guess in a way I'm glad that it was a completely free fight. I mean, the thing is, you get literally one shot, right? I can only assume if you die in that fight, you're gonna respawn here anyway. So it's nice, it's extremely nice that they made it a, you know, very simple fight. Of course, now I am curious about seeing a bit more of the fight itself. You know, I barely was able to pay attention, not, you know, apart from the fact that visibility was what it was. I was a bit afraid of accidentally falling off that platform, assuming that was a possibility. And, you know, obviously afraid of the boss suddenly doing something crazy and actually killing me and forcing me to restart. But yeah, imagine not having save file backups. I mean, obviously, the stakes are very intense in that situation. So, yeah, definitely wouldn't want to take any risks there. Thankfully, I had my regular setup that has been serving me very well against the last couple of bosses anyway. So, yeah, that guy had no chance. I mean, again, they could have made him a little bit more challenging, but I'm glad that they didn't, I suppose, ultimately. It was really just more of a gimmick and a fun little... almost an Easter egg, I guess? A fun little extra challenge to get your fourth and final perk upgraded, I suppose. Not that that's in any way necessary, as we saw. I mean, we were just fine the way we were. But okay, awesome. I mean, I suppose that concludes that. Unless there is somehow a different ending. If we defeat the final boss after also dealing with our doppelganger. I guess there is a non-zero chance of that happening, right? So what I should do is pause and just speedrun to the end and defeat the final boss again. And we'll watch the final cutscenes one more time, see if there's anything different. Or maybe just watching them again is going to help us understand better. Yeah, not really expecting that at all, but yeah, I think I should do that. And then maybe also take a quick look at what New Game Plus is all about, if anything's immediately different or something. I don't know if that's super necessary. I guess I'll be happy enough just beating the game twice, basically. Maybe getting a slightly different ending. Anyway, yeah, I'll just pause and hopefully speedrun my way to the end without any incidents, and see you there. Okay, not the final boss or the cutscene here, but of course the one big thing we've all been wondering about. And, you know, the game gave me another chance, or I gave myself another chance, so of course I'm gonna check. Pretty sure this should be the same bridge for the correct one. Other side of it, of course, through here. Don't just roll off though. Wait, am I dumb? Is this the wrong bridge? Oh, is it actually above this? Crap. Well, and here I thought I was being clever or something. Right? Yeah, it must be above here. The place I was thinking of. This is interesting in its own right, I guess. With a weird grainy filter overlaying everything. But yeah, actually I might might have just screwed myself. That being said, I just opened up the shortcut, so we're fine. Actually fine. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That's, well... Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be... It was underneath that bridge, I'm fairly sure. There's the chapel with the lever. I guess it was just on a slightly higher ledge there, that you can probably just drop down from the bridge itself. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna make my way up there and try again. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I could have sworn I was looking down at this particular bridge with a, you know, this is a very tall bridge with its long pillars and everything, but there's just nothing over on this side. There's not even the platform that I thought I saw the item on, so am I just confusing it with another place after all? I mean, up there is the terrace before the final boss. Right? That's where we were looking down from, so... I don't know. I guess I'll keep my eyes open, but maybe it was just not actually an item, but just some sort of glitch or something. It's possible, I guess, or I was looking at a different place, and if I find it, I find it. If not, then oh well. Okay, so the item is not there. I was looking at the right place, but the obvious solution that I didn't consider before is that it was just an item dropped by an enemy. I think there might have been an enemy I fought on that bridge, where I even wondered where the loot went, and, well, apparently that's where. Okay, that was a bit silly, but, you know, it's not like I wasted a whole lot of time on it or anything. I'm just not even gonna bother picking up any of these items. We're just gonna kick this guy's butt again, surely? Like, I mean, I don't know, I'm contemplating... I was thinking about, I should say, maybe trying to stall for time on purpose, just to give him more of a chance to show off what he can do. I don't know if that's really very smart or necessary. And we saw a couple of interesting things happening that I wasn't quite sure about, like that barrage of some sort of magic attack that happened at one point. Seeming to come from the anomaly thing there. Nice. Hey, I parried the final boss once. That's something. Yeah, he jumps back, falls lightning. Pretty loud, but easy to dodge. He does his relatively slow swings again. Okay. Then he does a jump and one final swing. Oh, yeah, then he has that scary looking skull-shaped skull. I don't know. Thing happening. He goes into the air, slams down, creates a V shape of fire. Okay, there's his clone. I guess he just duplicates himself. Ow. It almost feels like only after he does that does he become vulnerable to debuffs. Because, yeah, he just... I think, again, this time I wasn't paying as close attention to it, but... I didn't notice the debuff icons appearing under his health bar until the moment he split or he created his clone. And then he immediately got debuffed as soon as I attacked, so... That's just a thing? Yeah, the fire lingers a bit. Royal Division Captain Yulia and Vermilion Mirage. Oh, they are not the same person at all. Whoops. How did I not realize that? Yeah, that's the original boss. This is just Yulia. Wait, so if we defeat her instead... Hold on. Oh no, that's another variation potentially. But they have the same health bar. Also, I'm taking damage because I'm just not trying to dodge at all. Okay, yeah, she's the one who does these crazy... Oh, okay, I see. Sometimes they just switch places, or... Oh, and now she's sitting up on top of there and casting spells at me. That's what was happening. But I guess we just take cover? I mean, the way that they share a health bar and it's just says both of their names, I'm assuming that they're basically the same person. Like, I mean, we're ultimately facing Yulia, fighting Yulia. I'm glad I caught that, at least. Like, I wasn't... Obviously, I had been wondering in the cutscene, is that Yulia? Is that the person from there? I mean, yeah, okay. This answers that question, at least. Of course, when we met her, just standing there... we had absolutely no idea that she would be super important in the lore, I guess. I mean, I still don't really understand why she is so important. I suppose we also did face Belisarius, who we met along the way. Another figure, another member of the Inquisition, of course. Another follower, servant of the God Emperor. I think Yulia is part of the same faction. Unless I'm mixing something up. Okay, my buffs have run out, including the massive damage resistance. So I'm just gonna reapply everything. I mean, I don't know if it matters who you land the killing blow on, basically. And I don't remember which one I landed the killing blow on last time, so I don't even know if I'm gonna be doing something different by killing Yulia, in quotation marks. I think we're basically just fighting her and this Vermilion... Oh wait, now it says... Now that the boss name has changed to Royal Division Captain Yulia. Maybe... Yeah, I don't know. Who am I trying to understand anything in this game? Okay, I'm getting a little close here. Getting maybe a little bit careless. She's gonna do that thing. I should have probably jumped over that. Yeah, now it just says her name. So we start fighting the Vermilion thingamajig. Okay, and that just immediately ends it. Oh, wait, this is different though. I think? Maybe it's not. I didn't remember those scenes specifically. This looks the same. Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, we started fighting the Vermilion something or other. Then Yulia joined, but they were both there. Sometimes they just teleported and directly swapped places. Okay, no, she's still here and talking.
And you will always be too late.
Yeah, this looks the same. So last time, when I defeated the boss for the first time, I was not paying attention to the name at all, for example, so I didn't catch that they were literally just swapping back and forth. I just assumed it was a clone, just like in the Belisarius fight. In the heat of combat, I didn't see that they were actually looking different. So, whoops. But I mean, that makes me even more glad that I ended up doing it again and paying a bit more attention, noticing some more details. Still regenerating. Can I move around? No. That's just it. Credits. Right? Wait, no, there was that one final scene before the actual credits, right? Yeah. Oh. Wait. No, this is different. Previously we were more zoomed in. We had that umbilical cord, like, cable connected to our belly, it looks like. So at the very least, this scene was slightly different. Is it any more enlightening? No? Not by itself? Yeah. I understand. Oh. Okay, never mind. It's quite different. Are we gonna fight the Skull Knight? Oh. Or is he saving us somehow? Taking us away from the administration? Yeah, that's us. Minus all awesome equipment, unfortunately.
Rise and shine, Bleak. We're not dead just yet.
Rise and shine what? And something not just yet? Too bad there weren't any subtitles. Okay. True ending achieved, I guess? Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I saw that. That was a pretty awesome scene, and I wish I could just continue playing and, you know, like, I don't know what would happen next. We would actually fight that gigantic insect thing that was chasing us or something. Well, again, maybe we'll see a little bit more of that in the DLC when it comes out. I'm definitely keeping an eye out for that. I'm keeping my save files around. I mean, with any luck, it's going to come out sometime this year, because it's been a little while since the original release, so often when I play a game not too long after it's come out, even if I expect that there will one day be DLC, then often I find myself, not really feeling like playing through the game completely from the start to experience the DLC, nor to just jump into my old save file from years ago to experience the DLC and, obviously having forgotten most things about the story and about how to play the game. So often I just end up not checking out the DLC. Or, of course, I get a game a long time after it's come out, when there's been a Game of the Year edition or whatever, with all the DLCs included. That's kind of the ideal option for me, but it's not always an option, of course. Okay, anyway, that went pretty well, I would say. That also should give us, once I combine everything, should give us a pretty decent episode lengthwise. Okay, I just want to see. Okay, I choose my latest save file. That is technically before the boss, I guess, but I guess something must get flagged as having beaten the game and unlocking the New Game Plus option. A desperate crusade rages in a fringe imperial colony. Yes. At its heart lies the anomaly, cut off by a rogue commander, Yaroslav. Yet in the depths of the Omnistructure, things are rarely as they seem. I'm not even sure what they seem, let alone what they are. Thankfully, none of that is important for enjoying the game. Also, yeah, we just have that objective marker permanently stuck on screen again. I don't know when that started happening. Fairly sure that's not supposed to be the case. It's definitely not supposed to be here during a cutscene, but, details. It's not too intrusive. It's fine. Yeah, this is actually more similar looking to the place, to that final little scene at the end of the normal ending playthrough, I suppose. It might even be the same little bridge that our character was once again found himself on. And yeah, I guess it is us? I guess at the time when I first saw this, I was just thinking, oh, that's just what people look like here. But instead, that is specifically us. Remembering fights against other inhabitants, maybe more human inhabitants. All these tunnels of the Omnistructure. It's not like this makes anything more clear. Was that worm there as well? It's obviously one of the underwater snake things. Right, then we got that guy beating us to a pulp. Wonderful. Oh, except we're gonna fight back, right? We're gonna suddenly... He thinks he has won, but then we just used the Mobius blade. Is that the Mobius blade? I guess so. Oh, but then there's another one looking like us. Right, so... I don't remember what happens next. Are they gonna kill us? I mean, I suppose if there's two of them, there's no way of knowing if either of them is us, or if we're just the same type of creature or being or whatever. And then suddenly we're just here. With all of our equipment. Because, don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay, here we are. Do we have everything? I'm guessing so. Seems like it. Abilities as well, yes, of course. Equipment. Yep. 250 to 290 damage. Wait, is that higher than it used to be? I don't know why it would be. Definitely seems higher though. Not like our buffing elixir is still active or anything. Okay, well, I think this is a fitting enough way to end the playthrough for good. I mean, I feel like I've explored everything that I reasonably could have. I mean, I'm sure that I missed something here and there. I might not have found every single anomaly, although, I mean, almost certainly the vast majority of them. Same for equipment, of course, and other unique items. I did find all the, I guess, all the big things, of course. Handler Echoes. Ultimately found all the perk essences to fully upgrade the character. So that's nice. They're obviously extremely powerful. Like, I mean, a couple bosses gave me a hard time throughout the playthrough, but yeah, toward the end, I guess we had just pulled ahead of the power curve, I suppose, and just dominated everything toward the end. Almost, well, not just almost, honestly, to an extent that I found a bit regrettable. I mean, I wouldn't have minded just a little bit more challenge, but of course it's always a tough balance to strike. Obviously, not everyone would just reach max level and, you know, would have fully upgraded stuff, and, you know, even such players should obviously have a realistic chance. But yeah, between that and focusing on, you know, between my being max level and fully decked out, and also focusing on improving the buffs, I suppose, and having tons of those, and they are just very powerful. Yeah, that just made things almost trivial. I mean, pretty much trivial toward the end. But that's just how it is, and, you know, it's okay. I am going to probably play a little bit of New Game Plus, but on my own time. I don't feel like there's probably... Well, I mean, I don't know that. There could be things that are different and new and unique to New Game Plus. This is definitely the kind of game where I wouldn't be too surprised to find some things being different, some tougher enemies early on and whatnot. And we'll see how much the challenge... Well, I'll see how much the challenge level will differ from the first playthrough. But yeah, as far as the playthrough is concerned, I am going to end it right here. We saw 2 different endings, a very intriguing cutscene for the more completionist ending, I suppose, for the Dark Knight ending, or whatever you want to call it, the Skull Knight ending. Yeah, again, once the DLC comes around, it's possible that I'm gonna cover that as well as as a little mini-series to follow up to this one. Hopefully it's not going to take too long. So, you know, the first playthrough is still relatively fresh in my memory, but we'll see. I think I've said everything that's, you know, that there is to be said. Except for one more time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.